Hello and welcome to the show. I am here on Assetto Corsa with a challenge. I was browsing through various mods, came across a really interesting looking rally stage. Now I could go and take various sort of appropriate vehicles down there, but that isn't the FailRace way. No, instead I'm going to take two Formula 1 cars down a rally stage because, well, when else are you going to get the opportunity to go racing one of these off-road? I have no idea quite how well. I know it's going to be difficult. It is certainly going to be difficult to drive these cars. The McLaren that we start with here is a phenomenally fast car on tarmac. But we're on tarmac for the briefest of seconds. We go down here, we make a turn, and then we're straight onto the dirt. Now I have no assist on, so there is no traction control, stability control, or ABS to be helping me out here in an incredibly powerful rear-wheel drive race car that's dealing with bumps. My bigger concern is not the wheel spin. I mean, that is a concern, but my bigger concern is the brakes. It is not that hard to lock up the brakes in this car when racing on tarmac. We are on dirt. It's just so, you have to be so careful with the brakes. They are phenomenal brakes on this car, but you have to be so careful with it because slight lockup and you're in a lot of trouble. Here we go, let's use some speed. Oh, I was flat out there ever so briefly and then it's a little bit of a panic. I was flat out for half a second at best, maybe there, because you've got to wait to get on the power because of the wheel spin, and then it's just jump on the brakes because you're running out of straight. And again, flat out for... Ooh. I actually could have been a bit braver there, I think. Maybe. Oh, we're not really stopping very well. Oh, please get stopped, please get stopped. Oh, there's a big bump on the inside there. Oh, we having issues? Issues? Ah. Fortunately, some of the trees you can go through, which is very, very lucky for me there. This is the jump section, which, ooh, is, I imagine, not particularly comfortable in a Formula 1 car. Fortunately, vehicles, I don't think Assetto Corsa kind of expected you to be doing this sort of silly thing with cars, and vehicles don't take damage when they land jumps. They will take if you hit into anything solid around here, but landing jumps we're okay. So the McLaren will survive the run, provided I don't bin it in a wall or some of the trees that aren't go throughable. It's just such a ridiculous challenge. It kind of reminds me quite a lot of when Hammond drove a Formula 1 car on Top Gear, where he was sort of full throttle for a fraction of a second, I think, around the lap of wherever he was driving it, because you cannot go to full throttle here. You just can't do it. The second you try and go to full throttle, you'll probably spin the wheels. There's about 3-4 straights, maybe, where you can, but down here, you just can't do it. It's just go to spin the wheels and put you in a wall. The brakes, you've got to be ridiculously careful on as well. Oh, that was another jump. Other issues we have, well, visibility is, as you can see, quite clearly a small bit of a problem. Yeah, you sit very, very low in a Formula 1 car. It's quite difficult to see on a normal racetrack, let alone when you sort of got undulating hills to be dealing with. No, stop sliding, car. Alright, we're coming up to the hairpin. Another issue that you have with these is steering lock. Formula 1 cars do not have a huge amount of steering lock, and they're not really designed for this kind of terrain, shall we say. And yeah, you've got to really make sure you've got the car slowed down for some of the tighter corners. We've got around the hairpin though. That is good. Oh, we took that jump slightly awkwardly, hit the bank on the inside. Can we? I just love the second there is even the slight suggestion of a straight, the speed that the car can suddenly go up to. It's it really is quite phenomenal. Maybe second gear is probably better, just to try and quell the wheel spin. Oh, I nearly went full throttle there and then got very scared because we're coming into no. Oh dear, 30 miles an hour and the back end is wanting to step out. Can we make it? I cannot go faster than that around. That is so narrow. And again, really slow the car down, make sure we got it turned. It is so narrow, it's barely wide enough for a Formula 1 car. Oh, I spy a little bit of a straight. There's a crest, I don't quite know what's coming after the crest. And again, little bit of straight, ooh, that was a big jump. And another one. Not good for a Formula 1 car. Not good for a Formula 1 car to be taking that kind of airtime. I do spy a little bit of a straight after this corner up here. I wasn't quite sure. It's just so hilly. I can't be confident in putting any power down or trying to carry any speed because it's so hilly. You can't, just a little change in the road's direction and you're in loads and loads of trouble. Oh, again. Again, you just flex your foot ever so slightly and suddenly you're hurtling at 100 miles an hour towards the scenery. Can we get any speed up here? No, because we've suddenly got a tight corner and I'm really conscious of locking the brakes up. Really don't want to be doing any of that. Oh, no, we're not going to make that turning. Oh, only just. I thought we'd flummox that there. We're good. We survived a corner. This bit here, I think maybe another jump, only I'm not going to take enough speed over it to get airborne. If you do try and take sort of speed over these jumps, you get in a lot of trouble. Oh, I thought, completely forgot where the course was going for a second there. Yeah, you try and carry speed over some of these crests, and the second you're in the air, you know you're in a lot of trouble because you're not gonna have time to react. When the car does eventually come back down to the ground, you're not gonna have enough time to react to slow it down for the corner or for whatever it might be that is coming up. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. This is just sort of like a little bit more. Oh, I think we're actually towards the end of the. We are actually up towards the end of the course. As we round the final couple of corners, we try and carry some speed. We spin it across the line. I was a bit brave across the line. Yeah, we've ever so slightly broken the car, but that's fine. Oh dear God, it is just crazy. Admittedly, we only did the damage after we had crossed the line to the vehicle. Well, we kind of went sideways through the finish. I wouldn't be standing around here with Formula 1 cars coming down. The McLaren does a 5 minutes 31.4. That is the time for the Lotus to beat. I've got to try and hold on to the Lotus as well down here. How the crazy turbo car will do, I don't know, but we shall go and find out. Now to the turn of the Lotus. I suspect we may have slightly different difficulties with this car. My big concern is, well, the turbos. While the McLaren, the second you put your foot on the throttle, it instantly wants to go very, very quickly forwards or towards a tree in some cases. With the Lotus, it's going to be slightly different because of, well, the turbo lag. From low RPMs, we're not going to have a huge amount of go. The second we get to a higher RPM, whatever point it is, I don't know, the turbo's going to kick in, and then we're going to want to go really, really quickly. The fear is that if we're dealing with such a tight, narrow, bumpy, windy course and so on, and the car suddenly wants to go really, really quickly, if that's at the wrong point, it's going to be very sideways and probably out of control into a tree or a fence, or off a bump, who knows. But yeah, the turbos are my big concern with this car. Oops, it got the camera at the wrong point. There we go. Okay, here goes. Let's try not to kill me too much, Lotus. That would be appreciated. I mean, you can see it there. The turbo doesn't really kick in until it got under the start, the start gate, if you like. The turbo didn't actually kick in. So through here we're not too bad, and then I suspect on the exit I might actually just I may just spend a lot of my time short shifting, certainly out of the tighter turns. You see, you do need the turbo to get up some speed through these bits, but on the tighter turns I don't want the turbo kicking in the second I leave the turn. While you may do on a normal racetrack, here that's not what I'm looking for. You can see the second the turbo wants to go, the car is just going sideways. That's there we go, and again the second it wants to, and then the problem is that I've got a lift to sort out the sideways bit, and then we kind of lose the speed. And okay, we're fine, we've got some speed going there, but we're gonna have to jump on the brakes. Okay, brakes aren't as good. Oh, brakes really aren't as good as the McLarens. It's yeah, you got to be a little careful with the braking of this car. Right, we're coming up to the next straight. Short shifting into third. I was just trying to get it out of the turn. The turbo will go is very, very fast. Again, once you get it going, I think I did have the wheels locked a little bit there, but yeah, the second it wants to go, it will go sideways. And on a course like this, there is not enough room for it to be doing that. Oh. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, my steering wheel is going berserk the second the car leaves the ground. So what do we do? I don't know what to do. Okay, we're better now. We're fine. I know what to do now. We're on the ground, but Formula 1 car in air, it doesn't really quite know what it's what it wants to do, and it decides that it should shake around quite a lot. So, ooh, no, bad things are happening. Can we get out of the bad things? We can somehow. We got away. We got away with that. Bloody hell! That's what the turbo suddenly kicking in at the wrong point will be doing. Kind of tempted just to, like. I don't want to just sort of sit in second and third gear, because I do actually want to, when we do have a straight, I do actually want to kind of, you know, get some speed out of the car. But you've got to sort of pick and choose your moment. You've got to wait and... you've got to wait until it is perfectly... Well, I say perfectly safe. You've got to wait until it is as safe as it is going to be on this track to do it. Oh, we're having issues with... I think that was with a bit of wheel locking again. Getting it stopped. We did make it around the corner though. This one here is a little bit more of an open corner. I don't look forward to the hairpin that'll be coming up somewhere quite soon, I should think. And then there's that really narrow, tight, twiddly bit as well. We're going to suddenly start... Oh, we didn't actually get wheel spin that time. The car just... The turbos kicked in and it went forwards at a decent speed. That's quite nice. Oh, crap, forgot about this turn. Slow it down for here as well. Yeah, we don't have the same grip as the McLaren. I mean, okay, none of these cars really have that much grip at this circuit. No, bad moment to get that. You just can't go that sideways here. It's just not a good idea, because the track is barely wide enough for the car normally. Now, this is where we have some issues. Oh, we do get it turned though, thankfully. It's such a silly thing to be doing. This is not a... Oh, God, it's not a relaxing driving experience, I will be honest. Now we can just sort of blip the throttle and get it up to a bit of speed through here. Visibility is better in the Lotus. You sit... I think you might probably sit a little bit higher up. You can see a bit better sort of the course ahead of you. It's still not great, but it is better than the McLaren. Where is the really narrow bit it's coming up? Just about now, really. Really slow the car down then. Really make sure we've slowed down, because yeah, catching a wall is not going to be a good idea. We can't carry the corner speed through here. Just wait. Fortunately, in some ways, because of the turbo lag, it is easier to drive. Really slow it down through here. We go 18 miles an hour. That's the slowest a Formula 1 car has ever gone around a corner, but I don't think I could take it any quicker than that. What was it, the hairpin at Monaco? Is it like 30 miles an hour they take the hairpin at Monaco? Oh, that's a big jump. And that's another big jump. This is kind of a little bit of a straighter bit. I'm trying to use some speed. But I'm just terrified of going near the throttle. It's not quite as terrifying sort of on the throttle control as it was with the McLaren, because I can be flat out there on the X. If I'd done that with the McLaren, that would have put me round in a circle. But because of the turbo lag, if you're at low RPMs, you can be ever so slightly braver with the throttle. Or I'm being brave down here. I'm being a little bit silly brave down here. There's a corner coming up here. Let's not be any more silly brave down there. That's it's bloody ridiculous. Oh, that's a tight turn there. That's a really nasty turn. We did make it around it. See, again, I can be flat out here, and then if we short shift... No, short shift didn't work. Oh, thank God that tree was go-throughable. I was hoping I could short... I was trying to be too clever there. Too clever didn't work. We're not going to go quicker than the McLaren. Not surprised at all. But, yeah, I wasn't really expecting the Lotus to go quicker. Yeah, we definitely aren't. I was trying to be clever short shifting and keeping the speed going up, but without having quite the crazy turbos, and it didn't work. I didn't short shift soon enough, and the turbos went, and we went sideways towards, thankfully, a ghost tree. Those ghost trees are a saviour. The final bit of this course is actually kind of quick, and I want to take speed, but you just can't. Oh, putting it up into third, and we got a bit of wheel spin. Again, it's just sort of balancing, and try and carry some speed up across the line. 6:18 from the Lotus, and we can't stop. We really cannot get stopped there. It is a thing, certainly. I love how the front wing doesn't get dirty. The rest of the car is covered in muck, but the front wing and rear wing are pristine. Yeah, the Lotus the turbos are as scary as I expected. It doesn't quite get stopped as well as I would ideally like from it. Yeah, it's... my B button on my steering wheel must be a bit dodgy. It's having some issues. Yeah, the Lotus itself, it's quite ridiculous. With the turbos kicking in, if you can time it right, you can get some speed out of this car when it goes near a straight, but it's the likelihood of the turbos to sort of kick in at a point you don't want them kicking in that's going to cause issues. We very nearly did have a big crash there, but there we go. That is it for this this video, guys. I highly recommend you give this a try. I will put the links to the mods I have used in the description, so you can download the track and the McLaren and have a go with it yourself. It is a real test of throttle control. That is for sure. But that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.